Welcome back to Frienditas,
the channel where two introverts
do the one thing homebodies never do: leave the house. The Frienditas have made it to Kobe, Japan.
And our impressions of Kobe? Also, a very nice port city.
Worth the trip.
we begin our adventure in Akashi, all to see a very special bathroom.
Other than just the door and the floor of the bathroom, you're just basically doing your business with all these fishies around.
Next, we head to Kobe and try some of the world-famous Kobe beef. That's a nice, soft, high-quality piece of meat right there.
So soft and sweet. Sweet from the meat quality, not like flavored sweet.
Watch as we check out Kobe Port Tower.
This tower is quite old. It was built in 1963,
Yeah.
which makes it a little over 60 years old.
And end the day at the urban waterfront, Meriken Park.
It feels so people-friendly.
Lots of people are still just hanging out.
Yeah, it seems like the hangout spot.
This is our day trip to Kobe.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We are taking a day trip to Kobe today because Kobe is about a little over an hour, depending on the train line that you take. It's a little over an hour from Osaka by train. So we figured it'd be a nice westward venture out of Osaka versus our previous video in Nara, which was eastward of Osaka.
We are currently at a transfer station in between Osaka and Kobe, and we thought this would be a good place to sign in and greet everybody for the video. We are still maybe, like 30 minutes out?
We're actually headed to a very specific location that makes our journey a little bit longer from this transfer station. We'll show you in the following clips something interesting at this transfer station. Interesting to us, at least.
It's a soy joy vending machine.
It also has Calorie Mate, which if you've been in Japan, Calorie Mate is a pretty well-known, I guess, like protein bar of sorts. Japan has a lot of options for protein bars and healthier quick snacks. So Soy Joy and Calorie Mate are pretty well-known here. Soy Joy also happens to be one of your favorite protein snacks. Which flavor are you getting?
I'm getting chocolate. This is the first time I've never done one of these machines. Okay, the light's lit up.
You can literally just take it. It literally opens.
And that's it.
Well, you got your Soy Joy.
That was less dramatic than I thought it would be.
Oh, well now it's beeping. Is it wanting you to... Oh, it closed. Oh.
On the way here, the scenery was very beautiful. There were buildings nestled up against the mountainside. There are some narrow spots where the ocean meets the mountains. There are still buildings and whole towns in this area. It's very pretty to see.
What's fun is that now that we've been to Nara, like I said earlier, going towards Nara was becoming more mountainous and the scenery was very naturey in a mountain and landscape way. Whereas today, as we're going westward to Kobe, Kobe is also a port city, so lots of ships and water. We noticed many more rivers, lots of industrial scenery, but still very beautiful. And in either sense, lots of houses, lots of people, still connected by train. It makes Osaka a very nice city to kind of make a transportation hub in the Kansai region.
Being in Osaka has made me appreciate the natural beauty of Japan a lot more because Tokyo is so big that can get lost a little bit. It still has its own natural beauty, but yeah, I love seeing even more of Japan now. This is wild because we just walked off the train and we are so close to the water.
We are actually in a city called Akashi, which is just a little bit west of Kobe, and we will show you eventually why we're here. But it's giving beach vibes. We were being reminded of our time in Okinawa just recently, but also there were some parts that reminded us of Taipei, I think because of how mountainous it was that met the water.
Taiwan as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a reminder though of why we wanted to see more of Japan outside of just the cities. We wanted to see different regions as well. So I think there's a lot more to this country than just the cities, which are a lot of fun.
And just the tourist spots or where everyone says to go. It's like we're kind of veering off on a path right now.
We
we ordered the mentaiko pasta right there for 1,200 yen, and then the cream cheese pizza for 1,100 yen, pineapple juice for 650 yen, and then the iced tea ole for 650 yen. So this is the cream cheese pizza. This is the mentaiko pasta. It's got a bit of shiso leaf on top.
Pineapple juice, and then the iced tea ole. This is the iced tea ole, which is basically iced milk tea. It tastes like royal milk tea,
That's so good. Oh my god.
like Hong Kong milk tea, kind of.
I agree completely. Yeah, Hong Kong milk tea style.
And then the pineapple drink. Very good. Very tropical biscuit.
That's nice. It's not too tart, but it's not too sweet either. It's a really nice mix.
Cream cheese pizza, which I think is just a bunch of melted cheese. Feels like it's a cheesy bread, basically. Still love it.
Cheesy bread, cheese on bread. Very good.
The mentaiko pasta.
The mentaiko flavor is really nice.
The shiso gives it a nice brightness.
So the other thing we want to mention with this place is that you found out this place has an aquarium fish tank bathroom.
Yeah, so that's the whole draw for why we're even all the way out here in Akashi, is because this cafe has a bathroom, specifically the women's bathroom, which is encased in an aquarium. You're completely surrounded. Other than just the door and the floor of the bathroom, you're just basically doing your business with all these fishies around. I take it as very peaceful. Maybe some people won't, but it was life-changing going there because I have never, ever been in a bathroom that nuts. It's one of those like kitschy, unique, not common at all bathrooms. I feel so happy that I got to experience a bathroom like that. I mean, I'm probably gonna go back again just for fun.
Even though you said it is a women's bathroom, I did ask one of the staff if I could just see it too, just because I wanted to see it, and they said it was fine. Make sure you ask because there's like a outside door and an inside door, and the inside door doesn't lock. As a man, you should check in with the staff, make sure that they know that you'd like to see it, and I'm sure they'll let you see it because it is part of the draw of this place.
The other draw of this place is that it overlooks the beach. There's a proper beach here. You can see the bay, you can see the suspension bridge.
It's called the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge, and it actually used to be the longest suspension bridge in the world until very recently in 2022. The new longest bridge is in Turkey somewhere.
But for a long time,
Yeah.
this bridge that we can just see from the cafe was the longest suspension bridge in the world. We didn't know that coming here. We just found that out because we're sitting here and we're like, that bridge is so nice and it looks so big. We looked it up and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. We could see it from the train. It was beautiful.
Oh my god, the ride out here was so beautiful because the train was along the water. Already the start to this Kobe, I guess / Akashi day trip has been amazing.
They gave us Japanese tea, mugicha.
They gave us mugicha to end our meeting.
We are out on the water on this walkway, pier made of rocks. It's really beautiful. At the same time, we weren't sure if what we saw in the distance in the water was mist, fog, or pollution, but it might be pollution from the boats, we're thinking, now that we're out here.
Because this area is still industrial with a lot of boats that go in and out of it. And so even though it probably looks cool and is, you know, it's a nice mystery look, I think it's still maybe smog.
Yeah, smog is the word I was looking for, yeah.
It sits very low though on the water, probably because of the boats. That's why it's sitting low on the water versus up in the sky.
But I will say it's still very pretty out here. Yeah.
So pretty. As we were walking, we were saying how if you just kind of randomly took a snapshot of this place and we're like, oh yeah, like I'm in Okinawa. Honestly, we would think, yeah, sure, probably some part that we haven't seen, but yeah, because it's just so beachy, and given an industrial area, the water is pretty blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can see the sand in the ocean. You can see the seaweed.
We had no idea that mainland could look like this.
And this isn't even the part that's close to Okinawa. This is still very much like central mainland Japan. It's very beautiful out here. We're so happy to have taken this little detour away from Kobe.
We're at Kobe Stop and it's a vibe.
Yes.
A lot of people out today. A lot of spots to eat and shop.
If you don't know, Kobe is known for Kobe beef, which, if you can believe it, is even more precious than Wagyu.
So it's also more expensive.
Yeah. So we are gonna try to find a spot that is a bit more affordable price point wise, but still Kobe beef, because there is endless amounts of Kobe beef restaurants here in Kobe.
It turns out one of the deals we saw online is no longer available, so this is one of the more affordable Kobe beef spots that we found.
Like I said, Kobe beef is even a grade above Wagyu, so it's gonna be pricier even for the more simple versions of it. What we're getting is this Kobe beef lunch set. What's hilarious is that Otona no okosama plato, that literally means like adult children's plate. So it's children's plate style, but for adults. Really, really funny. But that's what we're getting because it includes steak cuts and then hamburger version of Kobe beef, as well as rice and curry, tempura, and then some pickled veggies.
For 4,480 yen. It is a little cheaper on the weekdays, but this is 100 grams versus 40 grams. But if you come on weekdays, you could get smaller portions for somewhat more affordable prices. So that's something to consider if you're coming to Kobe. Even the chopsticks say, "I heart Kobe beef."
Okay, so as part of the set, we also got this salad, then soup. Very, very bright. I think it's a creamy yuzu sauce with peppers. That's like the flavor profile I'm getting. Very bright, very delicious. She did mention that this is like a made in-house sauce.
Wait, there's layers to this, but I agree completely that it is very bright. We love yuzu, so we have a preference for it. It even has like a kick to it at the end where it'll be bright from beginning to end with the salad flavors in between. It's very nice.
It tastes like beef broth, beef, possibly even garlic broth with some green onion, so there's that oniony taste as well. Very good, very healing. I could easily sip on this like all day.
Delicious, warm, not too salty, but the right amount of heartiness. I love that. That's really good. So when they saw that we were taking footage, they brought this out. I believe it's some sort of plaque to signify the quality of the meat. It looks very nice and feels really solid and heavy.
For extra reference for how high quality Kobe beef is that all Kobe beef is Wagyu, but not all Wagyu is Kobe. This has been really exciting because they gave us a plaque to take pictures with and all that. Fantastic. It's a really heavy plaque, and so that got us really excited for this whole experience.
These are basically eating suggestions for your first time eating Kobe beef. Basically, the first time you eat it, you want to eat it by itself without sauce because it's very sweet. The second time is with a little bit of wasabi on top of the meat and then some soy sauce to taste. The third time, you want to try to put some garlic on top of the meat and then a little bit of salt. And then lastly, you can taste the Kobe beef with all your favorite sauces. They brought out some of the extra sauces for us, soy sauce, salt, alongside the garlic and wasabi.
I am so excited. Even before touching the meat, it's been a whole experience already. Here it is.
That is delicious. That's a nice, soft, high-quality piece of meat right there.
Yeah, on its own, I taste a little sweetness. I don't even know if they like marinate or anything.
It's not sweet like sugar, but a very faint, natural sweetness. Similar to how when you smell flowers, they can smell sweet. It's more like nature's sweet fragrance.
Now, okay, I'm gonna try it with some wasabi and a little bit of salt. The wasabi with the salt offers this crazy, like... If wasabi and salt on its own isn't quite umami, it's like together with steak, I think about that Ratatouille scene when he was making Emile, his brother, taste all the different flavors and then like the flavors are dancing around. He's like, do you taste that or do you feel that? Yeah, very good.
Wow, that is so good. I grew up only having the association that wasabi goes with sushi and sashimis, so only raw fish. But putting it with steak here, it makes so much sense. It adds such a good dynamic flavor into the mix. That's absolutely delicious. The last one I wanted to try was put some garlic on it and then salt. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculously delicious. Oh my god. I don't know how they thought these combos up, but wow, it really makes the meat shine.
I just cut a little bit of the other version of the steak that we have, which is Hamburg steak, kind of like a hamburger patty. So the Kobe beef is like minced into all this. I love Hamburg steak. It's Kobe Hamburg steak. So soft and sweet. Sweet from the meat quality, not like flavored sweet. So delicious.
Wow, okay. That is different from regular Hamburg steaks that we have had here. It's softer, almost lighter in a really nice way. I like that they have created different ways to eat Kobe beef.
One of my other favorite things is shrimp tempura. Your shrimp is so big.
That is a fat, juicy shrimp. It's so big.
That's good. And it comes with like a mayo tartar sauce. So good. I love this set. Adult children's plate, fantastic.
This is a fantastic experience. I'm so happy we did this. We were running a little bit late, so we had to rush to get in here. But we were able to get our ticket, no problem.
Kobe beef cycle.
What does that mean?
Kobe beef is the best.
That'd be true. We are at the top. It is a little smaller than we thought, but very cute, and also the view is very nice. It seems like at some point this tower did undergo renovations to become more modern, which is nice because it might be one of the older towers. This tower is quite old. It was built in 1963.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little over 60 years old. So it's actually 61 years old.
And what's funny is that the height is measured at about 100 meters, which is the same height that's measured for Tsutenkaku in Osaka. We have another video detailing all of the other observation decks we went to in Osaka.
We wanted to see one specifically in Kobe since this is our trip out to Kobe.
At the part of the tower where it kind of expands outward like this, so the top, there are several floors. Right now we are on the 5th floor of the higher floors. The rooftop is right above this one, and then there are 4 other floors underneath the 5th floor of the higher upper floors. The 4th floor is an art museum, and then the 3rd floor is the rotating cafe and bar. The 2nd floor is a gift shop, and then the 1st upper floor is a gallery. So there's kind of like 2 art/gallery spaces, and then 2 observation places, and then 2 like cafe and shop. Even though it's smaller space than expected, they utilize the different floors and take advantage of the height instead of only using one floor.
When we were looking to buy tickets for the tower, we were looking at like 1 in the morning, and the website timed us out and would not let us buy tickets online for the same day at 1 in the morning. The workaround that we found for that was to buy tickets through Klook. This is not sponsored, but it is a helpful website for situations where the Japanese websites don't make it easy for you to purchase a ticket.
At least on this trip, this is our 3rd time having to utilize Klook to help us get tickets. It has come so much in clutch. Thank you very much, Klook. Even though this is not sponsored, we are so grateful that it's a service and that we were able to still enjoy these wonderful views both in Osaka and also out in Kobe. While a lot of these tickets are online for a lot of these types of attractions, depending on the website and its system, sometimes I guess it just times you out. So yes, we're still able to enjoy a lot in part thanks to Klook.
Thank you, Klook, for all of this. We specifically chose 4 p.m. to arrive so that we could have enough time to see the tower and then catch the sunset.
Ideally on the rooftop.
What we're actually going to do now is go to the rooftop to see what it looks like before the sunset, explore the rest of the tower, and then try to catch the sunset outside.
Okay, so we just asked, and it looks like to get to the rooftop, you can go, but once you go up once and you come back down, that's it. You can't go back up again to the rooftop. However, of these observatory levels at the top of the tower, you can go from the 5th floor down to the 1st floor and back up. It's just the rooftop that's only a one-time entry. With that in mind, maybe then we're gonna save the rooftop for sunset. So what we'll do now is show the remaining observation deck floors.
These are 61-year-old stairs, y'all.
Starting with the 4th floor of the observation deck floors, there was this interactive art exhibit floor, like we said earlier. A lot of projectors projecting things onto floors and walls that you could interact with. It was actually pretty interesting that they were able to fit all of this onto the very skinny floors of this tower.
Yeah, I think that the strength of the shape of this observation deck is that because it's shaped kind of like a donut, they're able to put more in here even given such a narrow space. That was something that was pretty impressive with how they were able to kind of modernize Kobe Tower. They were able to make it interactive and fun and still fit a lot of things in there given that it is a historical building and a bit old.
A lot of photo ops, a lot of interesting interactive art pieces.
This one seemed to be make your own fireworks. It was very fun.
Unlike the rooftop, what was nice about the rest of these floors was that you could circle them as many times as you wanted. You weren't forced to only go through the exhibits one time. You could go through and rediscover things you maybe missed, although you probably got everything because it's so narrow.
Here we are heading down to the 3rd floor. Given the narrow space, they were able to fit a whole rotating cafe bar. The entire floor rotates.
It rotates really slowly, so you're not gonna get motion sickness.
So you kind of get a literal 360 view of Kobe.
Down on the 2nd floor is where the shop is. The entire time there's views all around, but they have these narrow shelves that you can buy Kobe Tower themed merch.
It gets even smaller though too.
Yeah, so these are the top floors, the observation deck floors. 5th floor, then the rooftop, but then you go down 4th, 3rd, 2nd. We are currently on the 2nd floor that has the gift shop, and then 1st floor is the elevator down. These are the lower floors. So there's 4 lower floors, and then it's just skinny tower in between.
Finally, the skinniest of these observation deck floors is the 1st floor gallery. It's basically just a floor where you can look through glass all the way down to the street below.
Yeah, and since this one is the skinniest floor, they make use of the windows by putting up some like seasonal or event promotions.
Now we finally made it up to the rooftop. Again, once you go up and you come back down, that's it. So we wanted to reserve this for as close to sunset as possible. There's a bunch of glass barriers, but if you want to get a clear shot, you can actually lift your camera over the glass barriers. It's really nice. You get clear shots, and if the weather is good, it's nice and breezy.
The sunset that day seemed to go behind a apartment complex. This is as much of it as we could catch. Still very beautiful.
The views up here were so nice. It was very special getting to see them on the top floor compared to the floors below because there's less obstruction of the view.
I'm sure that apartment complexes, west-facing units probably get the best view.
You can also look down at the Kobe Port area and all the buildings. Like there was one that looked like a book, one that looked like a cathedral, church.
And then Kobe itself is really beautiful to look at because it is nestled between the mountains and then the bay. So it is just this nice nestled city in between two things of nature. Very beautiful to look at.
There seemed to be another area across the water that was also a pier play area. As you can see, the tower really isn't that big. Even up here at its widest, the walkway is still pretty narrow, but they control entry times for people so that it's not too crowded. As night approached, we started seeing figures or images on the hills, and it turns out it was just a bunch of lights stringed together, but from a distance you could see that they formed shapes.
Seeing Kobe's cityscape change as it became day to night was very beautiful to see because it's different to see a city when it lights up.
What was really cool too was being able to see Osaka in the distance. It's very far away, but we're not so far that we can't see it.
We're on the third upper floor. It's the rotating cafe, and they only let you in if you're actually gonna like sit down and buy something. So we're gonna get some drinks. Super cool experience. It's nice and vibey inside, and the restaurant rotates pretty slowly. So obviously still watch out, but it's not like crazy fast or anything. It seems that a round around the cafe is about 30 minutes. They let us in for like 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to get motion sickness at all.
No, but it's like it's funny to feel it moving along with the tower kind of swaying a little bit. There might be
there's fireworks going on right now.
We're on the complete opposite side. So you can probably hear the fireworks in the back, but I think it's a 7 p.m. fireworks show on the weekend.
It's Saturday today. This was a complete surprise for us. And what's nice is you could see people lined up to watch them down on the waterfront.
We got our drinks. This is a iced cafe latte.
This is an oolong tea. They were both 700 yen.
Yeah. It's a small menu. They have just drinks and then some burgers and then mostly cocktails.
The only other time we've come across an experience like this is in Seattle. There's a restaurant that spins inside of the Space Needle. I think our experience of Kobe has been pretty positive.
We're very surprised by Kobe. One of its most well-known exports is Kobe beef. But other than that, like, I wasn't really sure what else was around. A lot of today was free game and pretty flexible. Definitely left us wanting more. We wanted to explore even more of Kobe.
Eating the Kobe beef in Kobe, it felt like a bucket list moment. It's like, oh, what do you want to do before you die? Oh, one of the things, I want to eat Kobe beef in Kobe.
Yeah. Today reminds me of the dream life that I have, which is if a dish is named after a city, like blank beef, blank plate, blank whatever, I want to eat that dish in that city. That already fills a lot of bucket list items of just like, okay, whatever the dish is, I want to eat it in that city. So Kobe beef in Kobe?
It's the perfect excuse to travel.
Yeah.
Not that we need one anymore at this point. It's been nice seeing how interconnected Japan is, really, because you hear about that with the train systems that, oh, you can get from city to city easy, and it really was easy. We didn't take any buses today. It was all trains go from Osaka to a beach town and then back to Kobe. And you see now, we rotated to the point where the kitchen is behind us. It's wild to us that you could just take a train from Osaka to Nara, which is on the other side of a mountain, and then a train from Osaka to Kobe, which is on the other side of the bay.
The lights have been changing. And that's what I love about traveling this way, about going to the places that we're going, is because we value living with connectivity and being able to see people on a daily basis, even as introverts, yes. Okay, so we just found out, just by looking out into the view, that the tower lights that are being reflected to the window when, like, our lighting changing so much, it's actually a coordinated light setting with several other lighting setups here in Kobe. Looks like the port has several areas that are lined up together to do like a light show, I think. Pretty cool. The tower is so big. It's so cool.
This is not the way we came into the tower. We're on a second-story pedestrian pathway.
It looks like we're headed towards the cruise ship, which we're not doing the cruise. It's a very nicely lit pedestrian path. Kobe Port Tower is in Meriken Park, which is one of their, I guess, like harbor and pier parks. It's so nice here.
So beautiful. We have been talking about how much we love the design and layout of this entire area. It feels so people friendly. You can see people taking photos, getting coffee.
Lots of people are still just hanging out.
Yeah, it seems like the hangout spot. And the buildings light up in such a beautiful way. You don't even have to go in them to appreciate the beauty. You could just walk around in the free plaza. We're gonna get some dessert. As we do.
As we do. But yes, we will start making our way back to the station to get back to Osaka, but along the way, you know, taking little detours.
Yeah.
So you may ask, why are we here at Excelsior Cafe? Because there's cremia. If there's cremia, we'll buy. This is the first time we've seen a cremia mixed berry parfait, so we'd like to try this.
We're cremia fiends.
It's not sponsored, but again, we'd be very happy.
They were totally sold out of the one we wanted.
But we're still gonna get cremia because that doesn't stop us. Yay! Just the usual.
It's cute. It has a little holder. We're not checking it out, but apparently Kobe has a Chinatown, and this is the entrance to it.
We do need to go home, but definitely check out the Chinatown. Like, look at this. It's a whole street and it smells incredible. That's what we can't share with you is that the smell, it smells great. And that ends our Kobe day. It was a little bit short, but a lot of it fun.
Incredibly fun.
Super fun.
We're waiting for our train back into Osaka. Again, we love how connected everything is.
And our impressions of Kobe? Also, a very nice port city.
Worth the trip.
You cannot go wrong with Kobe beef. Like, it's so good.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.
Let us know where in Kobe you would want to eat Kobe beef. And we will see you in the next one.